favor. This is the fourth one, so I'm just going to stop at favor. All right? Favor is a two-dimensional force. Number one, you need favor with God and you need favor with men. Favor likely means goodwill. It is a two-dimensional force. It means goodwill. Let me say this to you before I begin on the subject of favor. Let me beg you. It is to your own advantage that you let the people that God has placed you in their life as your lifters and the people God has placed you under their watch to know how much you honor them in words and deed. It is wisdom. Let me tell you what you don't know. I have people who follow me, whose social medias I have muted. I don't want to ever see it because they find a way to say the opposite of everything I teach. If I teach A, they'll go and put the opposite out just to let me know that they've read a textbook I've not read. And for me not to be offended, you are a son, but I won't see you. The danger of that is that when the enemy comes, I won't see it. They misconstrued. You see, there are people who don't have issue with going right until you say go right. Do you understand what I'm saying? Once you say go right, they now say, I'm not going right, it's left. It's the spirit of a goat. And meanwhile, these are the people who need help the most. Don't copy rebellious people. It is not everybody in church you can copy. Do you understand what I'm saying? Oh, yes. Favor is a two-dimensional force. You need goodwill with men and goodwill with God. There is a science of favor. You can work your way into favor. There's a way it works. The Bible said good understanding brings favor, but the way of a transgressor is hard. Favor has a science. It can be learned. There is something you will know. You'll be favored every time. Everybody wants to do you good. Do you understand what I'm saying? It has a science. You can understand the science. And doors will always open for you. People will go out of their way to help you. There's a science of favor. I have one of my boys in the UK. Very strange boy. One time I called him. I said, oh boy, there's nothing you can do to offend me. You are just wise. There are people who just look and say, you are just wise. And there are people who look and say, they are just foolish. Go on. Sit down. Use your head. Somebody needs to tell you at some point. If not, you'll be wondering why you are going down. Somebody needs to tell you. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is why this is my last sermon. So that as I finish, listen, in every organization there are principles that guarantees consistent liftings. It doesn't matter how good you are. If you lack ethics and wisdom for human relationships, you will never rise in any establishment. If you lack ethics and wisdom for human relationship, you are in a system, but you don't know how to relate with the head. You're always having head-on collision. And somehow you are trusting for... See, they will not promote you, even when it is your right to be promoted. You will spend years to go and fight for it, and later they will say, okay, one level. Meanwhile, just normal good character would have promoted you. So I can't bend to anybody. I can't bend. Then you stay there. There are gatekeepers you must bend to pass in every system. And it's part of good character to learn to bend. We need to teach this wisdom in church. Do you understand what I'm saying? Listen. True riches is having access to the heart of men. Write it down. True riches is having access to the heart of men. True riches is having access to the heart of men. True riches is having access to the heart of men. If not for time, I really wanted to pray that God will activate these things in every life, but time is gone. True riches is having access to the heart of men. To walk in favor, you can't be angry anyhow. Write it down. To walk in favor, you can't be angry anyhow. You can't be angry anyhow. You pocket your anger. Without wisdom, you can't walk in favor. Without humility, you can't walk in favor for long. Without wisdom, you can't walk in favor. Humility is wisdom in the corridor of power. Humility is wisdom. Look at Nigeria's political scene. There are people that will just determine that you will not be a relevant politician for life, and that's it. Even local government chairman, you can't win again. They finished you there. You need humility to work in. Some things may start in your life, you can't tell how they came. Without humility, are you following what I'm saying? You will just see them live your life. You just observe that money has developed wings and gotten out of your life. Look at this. All right? Whenever you are relating with men, are you following what I'm saying here? Always put a relationship above money. Put a relationship above money. Choose to relate with them than just get money from them. Put relationships above money. Now, I wrote down a story here. All right, and it's a very funny story. It's the story of the guy who designed the Apple logo. Have you seen that story before? The guy who designed the Apple logo. When they were going to pay him, they asked him, should we pay you money or give you a stake in this company? Guess what he chose? Money. Pay me my money, let me go. Even if it was 1% stake, his generation can never be poor for life. Are you seeing how people make decisions that hurt them? It's just money I deal with. And check those who talk, the money they can never have. Because that's not the science of wealth. The science of wealth is men, relationship. Check now, the wealthy. Look at what happened. I don't want to go into this story because social media. Otedola and Elumelu, as they fought over the Transcorp Kini, they are still friends. So. This one is bucket of water. We'll never meet again. Nothing significant. You are wasting your God-given opportunity because of this anger. Listen to what I'm saying. You must have people in your life that I can't be angry with you. So you tell your friend, I'm wiser than this. Say, I will even beg you. And it's wisdom. And it's wisdom. And you don't know why you keep walking in favor with them. I'm telling you. Me, when it comes to fathering people, the way people can have unhindered access to me is when I see the way they treat my rebuke. Some will show me that they are in the street. They will not message you for like 2 months. Me, that I'm even busy. And some will reach out and say, thank you for correcting me. You know that they value you in every angle. Say, I'll take you serious. Who has vowed not to take you serious because you are not wise? We need this wisdom in church. I said we need this wisdom in church. Now, look at this. I said to you, without humility, you can never walk in favor for long. God has brought you by privilege into certain associations and relationships. Don't mess it up with foolishness. Don't mess it up. God gave you friends, gave you people. Do this together. Leave me alone. What are you doing? Everyone that lives your life in pain, do you know what is living? I gave you golden principles this morning. Never forget them. Never bite the hands that fed you. Never, no matter what they do wrong, find a way to pay good with good. Never get to the point that you only have evil things to say about those that God has used for you. And that's what happened. People will narrow their gaze and forget all the good things. And say, don't mind him, he's a bad man. It's this. Has this person never been good to you? Say, God used him once. In a world where your replacement is everywhere, it is wisdom to be humble. Write it in capital letter. In a world where your replacement is everywhere, it is wisdom to be humble. Let me say this to you emphatically. When you are in a system where your leader can depend on you with their lives, you can never be poor. Write it in capital letter. When you are in a system where your leader can depend on you. See, we don't have the scarcity of gifted men at the top. You have the scarcity of dependable men. Every man seeks for the things of their own. But a faithful man, who can find? People can wake up tomorrow and tear their ordination certificate. I say, why did he ordain me? Did I send him? One time like that, I sat down in church. And my phone began to vibrate. And I started getting notification. Someone deleted message. Somebody was asking me questions from years back. Asking me questions. Apostle, how can I do this? How can I learn this? Teach me this. DM. He got offended on Sunday morning. Also a pastor. I now began to see he deleted his own part. Now left my own part. I shook my head. I said, this anger will finish. When it finishes, we'll now talk about it. I can wait 5 years. Just enjoy yourself. Vent all the foolishness. We are waiting with forgiveness. You see, one thing you can never take from me is my ability to forgive. It doesn't matter the time. I am condemned to that part. I may cry, but there's nothing I can do. I've been forgiven much. But it doesn't mean you are not hurting yourself and taking yourself miles back.